Hi, this is Wesley Fryer, and in this screencast I would like to show you something pretty cool that you can do with Google Forms and documents and spreadsheets. I'm going to show you how you can set up an online evaluation form for something like a workshop, and then the folks who submit that can receive a customized email with a link to their professional development credit certificate that will be in PDF form, and that'll actually be a form that resides on Google Drive, but they can click on that just like an attachment, and then they can print and or save that form. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to use a free Google add-on that is called Autocrat, and I've used Autocrat before in my classroom to do mail merges. For instance, when I had students apply to our after-school maker club and I needed to be able to send out messages for students who were accepted and those who were not, and I needed to print forms. Autocrat is really powerful, but it is definitely one of the more complicated things that I have done with Google. We're going to use three different things to do this. We're going to use a customized Google form. We're going to use a Google document that we create, or actually I've already created for the certificate. Then we're going to submit the form to create some form results, and from those results we're going to run Autocrat, and that's going to allow us to create these customized emails that will have the PDFs. So what I have already done, and this is something that I've this summer been doing for my iPad media camps, is I've already created the certificate. So in this Google document, I went ahead and created the a little header logo. It says Certificate of Attendance, Conference Presentation Attended, and notice that there are two different things that have little carets, or less than and greater than symbols. One is for session, and so that's going to be the exact title of that field in our form, and then name, which is going to be the participant's name, and everything else is filled in. So what and I'll show you an example. This is the one that I'm using now for my iPad media camps, and the form that I'm going to create now is going to be a little bit simpler, but we ask for name, email, school, the session, and then I ask folks to rate things on a scale of 1 to 5, and then they have a couple open answer questions, and then they go ahead and have a response. So what I need to do is go ahead and create this Google form, and then I'll be able to run Autocrat to create it. So what I'm going to do that is I'm going to go to my Google Drive. I'm going to select More, and I'm going to go ahead and select a Google form, and I'm going to title this Conference Session Evaluation Form for Wesley Fryer. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and title this the same thing. So I need to go ahead and I can give it a description. Please complete this form after you attend a conference, keynote, or breakout session led by Wesley Fryer. After submitting this form, you will receive an email with a link to download a PD attendance certificate, as well as a link to a free ebook from Wes. All right, and I'll put that in later. All right, so we need to go ahead and ask these questions. And so first off, we're going to ask for name, and I'm going to say, please enter your first and last name. Notice that I am not putting any anything in here in terms of special characters, colons, dashes, anything like that. I am going to require this question. I'm next going to ask for email. And I'm also going to require this, and I'm going to click on Advanced Settings to validate this, and so I'm going to say that this is going to be text, but it will be an email address, and so that will make sure the person submits it at least in the syntax of an email. It doesn't check to make sure their email works, but it just verifies that it's a username at a domain dot edu or com or whatever like that for the email address. Now I'm going to go ahead and have a multiple choice, and I'm going to call this session. I'm going to say, please select the keynote or breakout session you attended. And right now I'm just going to put one choice, and I'm going to put 22, it's not February, 22 June 2015. I'm going to put Google Academy keynote in Keystone, Colorado. Okay, I can go ahead and add other sessions. I guess I could go ahead and I'll put a couple others because I'm doing one on geomaps, and then I'm also doing one tomorrow on quick edit video. Okay, so I could put the name of the conference if I wanted to, which I guess that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Oops. So I'll say in EdCo. Alright, so I'm going to put that at the end of each one. Okay, this information that I'm putting right here is going to actually show up in the certificate. So whatever you want to show up in the certificate as a session is what you're going to put in here. I definitely am going to require this as well. So all I've asked for so far is just name, email, and session. Now I'm going to ask just a couple simple questions. I think I'll say value. How valuable was this session to you? And then I'll say 1 equals not valuable, 5 equals very valuable. And then I'm going to require that, and then I'm going to ask just two simple open-ended questions. What were the best things you learned in the session? And I'll call this takeaways. Again, I want to avoid using question marks and things like that in the title of the question, so because that's going to be the header. So I don't want to put a question mark there. So I'm going to call that takeaways, and I'll just do one more, and it's going to be improvements. What are some ways the session could be improved in the future? Okay, required question. So I am done with my form. The key thing is I have the email address for the person, and then I have session. I also have name, and I'm using the same titles here for these questions that I actually put here in with session and name, and I'm going to use email as well. So that's my demonstration that I did. Here's the one that I just did. So I'm going to go ahead and click Send Form. And what this does is it creates this link that I can now copy and paste, and I'll put that into my browser so that I can go ahead and fill out the session. I guess I'll show you one more thing really quick, which is kind of cool, which is how I can change the theme and customize it. So I'm going to go ahead and just save my image here at the top, and I'm going to put that as the header for my session, or for my form. So where's my blue one that I like? I'm just going to choose over here, simple blue. I click change theme over here, and then I'm going to click customize. And what this lets me do is select header image, and now I can change the image to something that I'm actually going to upload. So I'll choose an image, and I'm going to go to my desktop. And this is going to normally I'm going to sort these by date modified. There it is. And so the most recently modified one is this. And so now I'll go ahead and upload it, and then I'm going to put it in, and that should put that at the top. Look at that. Yay, of my form. Isn't that kind of cool? I like that. So I'm not going to really do any other kind of customization, but I will go ahead and click View Responses, and I don't have any responses yet, so this is what I need to do. I need to submit a response. So I'll update this, and now I've got my nice little header, and I'm going to go ahead and submit just a sample response so that I can test this. So I'm going to go ahead and type my name, and I'll go ahead and type my email address. I'm going to say that I attended the keynote, and it was great, and I'm going to say I learned about YouTube capture, and I'm going to say more time. Haha. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and submit this. So it just says you've been recorded, thanks. If I want to, I can come in here at the bottom as I edit questions, and I can say just something like, thanks for submitting that evaluation. Please check, spell evaluation right, please check your email for a link to your PD attendance certificate and a free ebook discount code from Wes. Okay, so people will see that when they submit. Now when I look here at the submissions, I see that I have a submission. And so this is where I'm going to go ahead and run Autocrat. All right, so there's 3 pieces to this puzzle, and we'll kind of go back to review. I created the Google document actually first. That's the certificate, right? This is the certificate of attendance. Next, I created the Google form, and then I went ahead and submitted the form to get form results. Now I'm going to go ahead and run Autocrat. Now, I do want to point out that you need to install Autocrat, and you can search for that in the Chrome store, and you'll find it under add-ons. You can see here that I already have it installed, so I don't need to install it. And I'm now ready for my 3rd piece, which is my form results, and that's where I'm going to run this script. So here are my results. I'm going to go up to to add-ons, and I have Autocrat, and I'm going to go ahead and launch Autocrat. And this is going to bring up the dialog. I may have to give permission to this again. If you've already given permission, like I did, that won't pop up, but it's going to ask you first for permission. And I'm going to tap New Merge Job. I'm going to wait for this to load, and then I'm going to specify how I want this to work. So I am going to choose right now a template from my drive, and I'm going to search for certificate, and hopefully it's going to say yes, the conference attendance certificate. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Next, I am going to tell it what I want it to do with that certificate. Now it's comparing the field names. I got to give it a name. So this is going to be Wes Workshop Certificate. It's comparing the names that are in that Google form, the Google document that was a certificate, to what I had, and see, it already matches them up right here. It matches the tag that I put in using those carets, the 2 less than and 2 greater than symbols, to say map that. So that header field is going to be session and then name. So that looks good. I'm going to click save. Now it's going to tell me what kind of file I want to create. Now I don't want to create a Google Doc. I actually want to send people a PDF, and I'm going to check this box to say that I want to email that in. So up here it tells you the conventions, and so I can go ahead and put $email, and then I'm going to say certificate of attendance, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the session in there. Okay, so I use that $, and that's going to go grab that from the form. Okay, and now I can say dear, and this I'll use name, and so this is where it's gonna mail merge. So dear name, thanks for attending my recent conference presentation. And again, I can say session. I can say please click the attached link to download your certificate. Now I'm going to come in here in a minute and put I'm going to put a couple more things, like the link to download the ebook, but I'm not going to do that right now. And it's going to include the merge document as a view-only Google Doc. I'll go down here to Advanced Settings, and I'm going to say Run Autocrat when new forms are submitted, and that means it's going to automatically submit. I guess the last thing I want to do is I can go ahead and put in PD certificate, and I can put the name, and then I can also put the session. Okay, I'm about out of time. So basically, that's it. I go ahead and click